Thanks to Jenny for me having pants. Otherwise, I'd be pantsless like a penguin, just walking around with a shirt. And a bum hanging out like one of those monkeys who scratches himself too much. Alright guys, so man, we've been having fun with this 21 days of oneness, and one of the things we're going to do today for show and tell is gifts of love. And there's lots of different gifts and knickknacks that we have around the house, but one thing we thought was pretty cool was what Jenny has in her Sobeys bag here. So I'll let her tell you about it.
Alright, well, this one job Jeff had for about a year or so, I'd pack him lunches in a little lunch can and send him to work. But I'd always write a note to him on a napkin. That's what all these are. I don't want to show you what they say, but you can have a quick look at them all. Quick look at them all. You can't read them though. Those are...
Pull one out for a second.
Okay.
And read it. It's not going to be a big deal. Just read it. Some of them are pretty risque. That's why I lost my job.
Yeah, right.
The pictures were too much. Okay.
Hey, biking buddy. You're a pro star. That's because that was right after we'd got our bikes and we'd go biking a lot. So I would write him all these notes, and you're thinking, well...
What's on the back of that?
You can't know that yet.
Oh.
I wrote him all these notes, and then the next... I mean... At the end of his job, basically, when he was cleaning out his office, it all ended happily. It wasn't like bad like that. But anyways,
I just don't want to talk about the breaks and the blood.
Okay. So, I found out that he had saved all of these in a folder, file folder in his desk, which I didn't save because it was all, like, crumpled and stuff. But, sorry. He had saved all my notes, and then he would, when I was... teaching, so I brought these notes home, and he would write notes to me when I would be going to work. He didn't make my lunches because he was busy too, but he did. And
the man, the alpha male.
So
just joking.
So he would write me notes on the back, and this one says, "I love you so much, baby. I want you to know I will always love you." Isn't that nice? So
basically, if you got that, Jenny would write notes to me on my napkin that I would use to wipe my face, because I'm a big napkin guy.
Yes, he is.
I might not look like it because I'm overweight and I have a beard and there's stains on this shirt, but I'm a big napkin guy, like a big napkin guy. I'd be at a restaurant, I remember, and then there's just like a pile of napkins. That's what was me. In high school, they used to get mad at me for using so many napkins. Long story short, Jenny would give me a napkin and I would sacrifice my sleeve.
Aww.
Because I didn't want to use her napkins, and I saved her napkins, and I would put them in a folder, and she didn't know, and then I wrote on the back. So that was is that what my show and tell is? My gift back?
Yeah, well, I think you had another item you wanted to show about sacrifice. So this, part of becoming one, from our experience, is sacrifice. So Jeff sacrificed his napkins, as well as there's a lot of love involved, of course, in the writing of notes. We encourage that as well. But Jeff had to sacrifice... I had to sacrifice something else for Jeff's well-being.
That was our other cat.
So just Jeff, joking. Where is it?
Where's what?
BELD.
Oh.
So you're wearing it?
Okay, yeah. So Jenny got these napkins, and she's very pleased with that. So now my show and tell is a little bit different than Jenny's napkins, even though I gave her napkins. My show and tell is going to be really cool.
No, Jeff. Okay, how about I hold it for you? So what Jeff is doing...
is going into my pants and hauling out my belt.
Okay, explain.
See this? I've had this belt for the last 10 years. Each notch represents fatter or skinnier. See, I've always used around this. This is about...
We don't need to go into length.
This is like my weight. Okay? This is where I kind of camped out for a while. Never been down here, I don't think. Maybe just to try it once. Anyway, so I've been here, and I've had to make a couple of new holes. These 2 holes are new. That's cool, because I've been losing some weight.
I think the leather might be stretching out too. Just kidding.
So this was the attempt of a new hole, and then I figured, oh, I can't breathe. Let's go back to this hole. So, but that's not what I want to show you.
Yeah.
What I want to show you is my favorite belt broke. See this thing here? How it's all chewed up? And how, not too close because then it's going to be blurry.
Right.
See how this thing here is all chewed up? Basically, I heard Jenny one morning outside as if she was a blacksmith banging on this thing. There were sparks everywhere. People were gathered around with popcorn watching her.
Okay, everything's true except for the last part.
Yeah, they weren't watching. They were talking amongst themselves. And so what we have is this piece broke off one day when I was trying to tighten my belt. The whole thing just went fling, broke some mirror in a gas station. I don't want to talk about it. And here we are with a piece from Jenny's own belt. She sacrificed one of her own belts. Ladies, do you realize what this means?
I'm not as particular as he is with his belts, so I...
To put me this metal piece that she handcrafted from the mines of Moria. And so, one belt to rule them all.
It's true, Jeff only has one belt.
Yes. One belt, how's that go? One belt to rule them all, one belt to find them, one belt to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. How does that?
It's true, it does bind you. Bind your pants.
How does that? What's the Lord of the Rings thing there? One ring to rule them all.
I don't know, but they all can read. They can go read a book.
I forget. Someone, please put that poem. Put that poem in the well. People call it the pants bar. That's appropriate because it's my pants. But put that link in the bottom bar. The quote from Lord of the Rings, and instead of ring, put belt. Let's see who can be the first one to do that for me. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? One ring to rule them all, and one ring to find them. One ring, da da da, and in the darkness bind them. There's a little quote there from the books.
All right,
all you guys know what I'm talking about. But include
all right,
belt.
Back to my sacrifice.
First one to do it wins an automatic poster. Not one that's framed, but one of the 50 that we're going to send out. I'll send out an extra one, 51. First one to do it will win a poster. This will happen in a month from now, though. Do it. See what you got. First one. Okay.
But you forgot to tell him the other part about that belt.
Oh, yeah. You see, when Jenny's not acting up properly...
No.
Oh.
This part. This actual buckle wasn't even the original one, because his original one broke, like the metal piece the welding gave right there.
That wasn't because it was trying
old.
to make a new hole.
No, because this is an old belt. Don't worry about it.
It's like 12 years old.
I know, exactly. So I had to take the stitching out, like leather stitching, man. This is like professional stuff. And then I used floss.
You're too close.
Oh yeah, I'm too close. Then I used floss to re-sew it in order to put a new belt buckle from one of the belts that I tried to get Jeff to replace this one. Didn't work, so I took the buckle off that one. And then when this part of that buckle broke, I then took this part off my belt and made this.
Awesome. Sacrificial giving for my tummy. 21 days of oneness. I feel like I'm getting to know my wife even better.
I know, me too.
Lots of laughs, lots of giggles, and a few occasional corrections.